So today we're gonna go offshore.
We are Hard Knot Life and we love traveling adventures and sailing. We decided to sell almost everything we owned and leave the 9 to 5 in Canada for the adventure of a lifetime, sailing where the wind takes us. We bought a boat thinking it wasn't gonna be a project boat, and after 2 months of working on the hard, we realized how much work it needed. We finally set sail and made our way to and through the ICW and beyond. Follow our adventures every Sunday and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
So today we're gonna go offshore for the first time. From Cape Fear to Little River. And we're anchored right in front of the Fishy Cafe. We went for lunch yesterday there. I don't know if you can spot it, the blue little house there. It was a quiet anchorage, just too small, but it was a good sleep. So let's see how our first offshore sail goes. It's actually easier because we don't have to deal with the channel and all the shallow spots. There's a lot of them. We'll be showing you soon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to plot it. It's already saying too many points, and there's not that many points to this route. It brought us inland. Why would it do that? I gotta start over again.
So you did that last
I did. It didn't sync to my phone though. Maybe because I didn't save it.
So we're just leaving Cape Fear Inlet.
Look at that tide. Shows me the tide pushing us.
And look at the tide. The tide's actually pushing us.
Yeah.
So how many knots are we doing?
Through the water, 5.2. Over land, we're doing 7.
It's gonna feel good. There's the sunset right there.
Okay, so I plotted a course from Cape Fear to Little River, and every time I get to the mouth of Little River, it keeps rerouting me back to a previous inlet and then going up to ICW, which I can't understand because even the charts show that other inlet, not this here, so even the chart shows, or Navionics shows that other inlet shallower. So I don't know why it keeps trying to reroute me away from Little River Inlet, but that's where our buddy boats plan to be going in the next 2 days, that same little offshore spurt. And what I've read online sounds fine. Like there's a 5-foot shoal on the starboard side. We just have to avoid that by staying to port while we go inside the channel, and then there's a nice anchorage just inside. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day to test out our sails. We'll start with the head sail, then put the mizzen, and if we still want a little bit more speed or to try them all, then we'll put the main up, but I'm leaving the main till last because it's a big sail. If we don't need it, we don't need it. I'm not going to overpower us on our very first shakedown of our sails.
And I don't want to heel either.
Mary doesn't want to heel like at all, so we're going to try
I'm
to
okay
keep it.
taking our time.
As long as we get there before dark. It's a 30-mile sprint. It's no problem getting there before dark. It's only 30 miles and it's like almost 9 o'clock now, so.
And there's no obstruction on the ICW.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you know what's wrong with the Little River Inlet, let us know and comment below.
I have our depth set to 6 feet, and so I don't know why it would keep rerouting me away from Little River Inlet. From what I've read on Google searches, it seems like a safe inlet to go in, even for noobs. Now we're going to give it a go. Excited. Just to be in the ocean for the first time ever in a boat.
Yeah. So we're leaving land right now. I'm gonna see it for a while. It's a lot of traffic in here, so it's like beagles, fishing boats up there. There is another one approaching that way. just remember we had to put our life jackets on for the first time. See you soon.
And I left the dinghy engine down, so we're pulling on that. Lucky it's a small engine.
Yeah.
Security. All stations. United States Coast Guard, Sector North Carolina. United States Coast Guard, Sector North Carolina. United States Coast Guard, Sector North Carolina. Our Coast Guard Safety Marine Information broadcast regarding dredging in the vicinity of Matsu. Shift was from channel 22 Alpha, frequency 157.1 megahertz. Out.
7 knots. As soon as Mike put out the head sail, we're doing 7 knots right away.
Engine's off. Put this in reverse.
Like we're moving with the wind. We're sailing. Look at it. Super slow though.
That's slow.
I'm not. We're actually sailing. People out. First time, autopilot engage.
If you can see through there, it's difficult.
Oh my gosh. This feels so weird.
Yeah.
I'm so used to, oh, there's a big boat coming. So used to being on the helm all the time, and all of a sudden we have a working autopilot and we're doing 3.5 knots. This is gonna feel so good when we're like in the warm weather, because right now the wind is cold, but we're sailing, like you don't hear any engine or anything. How do you feel about that, Mike?
It feels good to be sailing.
Finally, that motoring all the time is not for us. It's gonna start flopping.
Loosening off this shroud because we're going like crosswind. I don't want that to hit. And I'm gonna hoist the main. Not the main, but the sail.
Missing.
Can you grab me another winch handle?
Yeah.
I need to buy more winch handles.
More? Not a lot.
So this one we have. This is like one of our only self-sailing ones. I don't think we really need that. Wait.
Now we're gonna do pull out the Genoa big time. People, it feels so good to be sailing. Like, oh my god, it feels amazing. It feels so good not to hear the engine for a little bit. Oh my gosh. And Genoa is all the way up. We're doing 3.5 knots, and yeah, it feels great. The autopilot is doing its job. 3.7 knots.
Feels nice to be moving without the noise of the engine and worrying about shallows and traffic. Well, we're still worried about traffic, but I'm not worrying about the shallows or the pumps breaking on the boat. Both of them, or pulley falling off.
With these, I can take forever to get anywhere.
Yeah. We're not moving fast, but we're at a comfortable pace. We're moving forward almost 4 knots with little effort. We only got 2 sails out, mizzen out just to help balance the main. And might snug that up a little bit. Oh, I gotta take off the topping lips. That's what's going on.
Or miss him out. The headsail out. Right here. Oh boy. Ah!
I'm trying to figure out why our compass was so much different than our Raymarine. I thought our Raymarine had to be recalibrated, and then I noticed I had a wrench sitting inside this cup holder box. I took the wrench out and the compass turned. So I realized, well, you know, I kept a bunch of little tools in there. I took all the tools out and you can see the compass turning around. So clearly that was a bad idea to have so much metal so close to the compass. Now that the compass, all those metal parts are out, and even our little chargers away from it. Oh, it's kind of balancing out now. Okay.
I think it's because it turns all the time.
6, that's 270, but that still says 246. So that is still quite a bit off of what we're actually doing. So the Raymarine maybe still does need to be calibrated, because that says 270, this is 285. They all say something different. This I could see it being off because it's just a GPS one. But the Raymarine would be a digital compass, and this is a mechanical or magnetic compass, and they're not all the same. So something I want to look into. If anybody knows any tips on that, please leave a comment below. I know there's an area in the boat that says compass area. Do not put anything there, and there isn't anything there. But there's some wire connectors and stuff there. But they've always been there. I never added anything to that. I moved it a bit as I was cleaning up the wire connections inside there. Didn't add anything to that area. If somebody knows about that, please let me know. It's almost 40 degrees off of what our compass is still saying, and there's nothing else inside this container. Yeah, there's nothing metal in here. Piece of tin foil, little tiny wire connector. Got everything out of there now, even the gloves.
Security, security, security.
People, this feels amazing!
We're, as you can see, sitting on the stern, taking a view of the boat, and it's so cool back here. You're sitting up so high, you can see what all your sails are doing. I gotta be like 6 feet above the water here. That's a pretty cool spot. I've talked to other Vokier owners, and they mentioned how this is their favorite spot to sit on the boat, and I can see why. When they're sailing, I can see why.
Oh my god, I love it. So beautiful. What a view. Oh. Out here and see if we can catch something cool, like a salmon or something.
I don't want anything too big. I never fished here.
So relaxing.
No words can describe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
We're just going 3 knots per hour, but it feels great. And the wind decreased a little bit, so I guess we're gonna be going slower. So the wind died a little bit and we're gonna try to put up the main sail. So all our sails are gonna be up. Yeah, we got the 3 sails out. We're picking up with the speed. Wow, 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 what a beauty.
There's 3 reed points. I don't have to look on 2.
Yeah. We're healing a little bit. We're healing a little bit, but feels great. Looking good, handsome. We're 5 knots at 14 nautical miles wind. That's amazing. So we turned on the engine because the wind was dying, and we're doing 7 knots.
Fast.
Very fast.
Surfing down waves. We got full sails up, which are helping a little bit. Our engine speed would normally only give us like 5 knots at this RPM, but with the surfing and the wind, we're doing 7 knots. We're flying.
I've never seen 7 knots on this boat.
Yeah, we hit the 8 knots when we were in Cape Fear channels. Had all that current behind us.
That was like for 1 second or so.
A second.
But this is like a steady 7 knots. Oh my gosh. We're getting the sails in because we're almost into our anchorage for the day.
Keeping some tension on the line so the sail wraps up nice and tight. But I have to use my sheeting winch because the new rope I just bought is not long enough to get to the winch. So I'm hoping I can take a couple turns off that further. Make it work.
We finally get to feel what it's like to sail offshore on the Atlantic Ocean. We got pretty excited as we leave the inlet on the ICW. Also, seeing all our sails out for the first time was mesmerizing. Join us next week as we approach Calabash Bay. And don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe if you haven't done so. See you next week!